Have you been admiring macrame pieces on Instagram and Pinterest and maybe even watching YouTube tutorials? Have you been wanting to try it, but you've been seeing so many different designs and tutorials you actually feel overwhelmed or stunted and just don't know where to begin? Well, you're in the right place. I'm going to teach you the 3 simple steps to get started with macrame, and it's really not hard at all. And if it's the cost that's been a barrier to entry for you, I'm going to link this beginner tutorial at the end of this video, and you only need to spend $3 in supplies and you can create it today. Step 1 is gathering your supplies, and you probably have 2 out of 3 of these at home already. The first thing you need is a pair of scissors. Any scissors will do. You can use the scissors in your kitchen, your kids probably have some scissors for school, or you probably have some craft scissors, because chances are, if you want to start macrame, you already like doing crafts. Next, you need something to hang your piece on, like a dowel. And I'm assuming you're going to do a wall hanging for your first project. And a dowel is another thing you have at home or nearby. If you live near a beach, go pick some driftwood. If you live near a forest, go find a branch or a stick. And even if you just have like trees in your yard, you could salvage something from one of those trees. If you don't have anything that can act as your dowel, what about going to the dollar store and for $1.50, and that's Canadian dollars, you can get a whole pack of dowels. If you live in the States, it'll probably cost $1. The most important thing you need is macrame cord. And you could go down a total rabbit hole looking at all the different kinds of macrame cord you can buy, but you don't need to do that for your first project. For the project I'm linking at the end, you can go to the dollar store and get some cord like this, which was $3 Canadian, or some cord like this, which was only $2.25, and you can make that project. Most of these little bundles that you can get at the Dollar Tree or the dollar store are about 20 meters or so of cord, and for this project at the end, you only need 15 meters. So it's plenty. Before you make your first macrame project, and that's when you're going to learn if you even like doing macrame, don't worry about all these other things that people might be talking about that you need. These really are the only 3 things you need to get started. Step number 2 is having something to hang your piece from while you're making the knots. This could be a back of a chair. It could be an upside down bar stool, which is what I used when I was learning. You could use a door handle. You could use a hook on the back of the door. I'm sure you can find some way to hold your piece with what you have existing in your house. Next, you need to learn the knots to make your piece. And there are 4 knots, the critical knots for macrame, that you can make hundreds of different pieces with these knots, and these are them. You can watch this tutorial to learn the knots, or that beginner wall hanging that I'm linking at the end covers all the knots right in the tutorial. So you can just follow along and stop and start as you need and learn the project in a really simple, low-stress manner. And then you'll probably be hooked on macrame. Here's the project I've been talking about. You just need a 25 centimeter dowel and 25 meters of cord. I hope you fall in love with it like I have.